I've recently come to a realization that perhaps some of you know nothing about me. So I want to give you a bit on my background. Chapter 1. The Peephole Opens. The Peephole I attribute to Kurt Vonnegut, a literary and humorous influence of mine since possibly even the prepubescent years. But definitely the years of puberty, yes. I read very much Vonnegut at that time, and I became quite enamored with the phrase, "the day my peephole opened." It would be like, for example, my point of perspective. So I begin the story on that 23rd day of June in the year 1969. The day my peephole opened. I'll get into some of the background of what was going on politically, socially, environmentally, and such, and later dates. But what I want to talk about now is simply what I saw with my peephole, what I heard with me big Norwegian ears, what I saw, I already covered that, what I said out of me pie hole, and those that I touched and those that touched me in friendly and not so friendly ways. The wonderful tastes and smells that I have experienced in my life. Well, I digress. It's quite a common occurrence for me to digress. Eventually it all comes back together like some moira, some strange interdimensional multi-layered Celtic knot. But back to the day my peephole opened, and the house in which I was living at the time that I have my earliest remembrances was constructed in the late 1960s, late 1960s, by a German named Schimmelfennig. It was a nice house. It was built upon an orchard of Italian plum that had been planted by some settler up above a canyon and a creek that ran below that was named Cougar. This plum orchard had been placed in a valley of filbert trees, which are indigenous to the area and grow naturally. And behind my house, I noticed the environment in what was called to me the backyard was quite a bit substantially different than what was called the front yard. In the front yard, everything was square, shaved, chopped, hard, built, roaring automobiles, people, mailboxes, windows, driveways, lawns, shrubbery, lots of shrubbery. No lawn jockeys, thankfully. No lawn jockeys. But there was this neighbor, Virginia. Well, I'll talk about her some other time, but continuing. So, wow, there just went 2 ducks. Oh, a mallard. Right down the river. So, the front yard was the built environment and the backyard was wild and natural. So I would scamper in me toddler legs a mere 20 yards from window to window, constantly asking myself, what the fuck happened here?